Alright guys, in today's video we'll be looking at how to export SVG files using Inkscape 5. Let's just have a quick intro here. Okay, so today's video can be found on softwaretraining.co.za. You guys will notice we've got quite a variety of different videos we do cover, and also we upload videos daily, so just keep an eye there for any new content. Now, back in the program here. Now, to export SVG, you probably wonder why would you want to do that from VinylCut, not just your graphics program. Well, perhaps you want to send this to another. Let's say you've got a friend that uses another cutting machine, but it is not VinylCut, so you cannot just save a normal project, but you want to save it with perhaps the right cutting lines or so forth, or some registry. And then so then that'll be a good reason to export it out of your cutting program. So now there is you can export selected graphics or everything that's on the page, but keeping in mind with SVGs you cannot export pages itself. That will it will only export whatever's on the current page. So if you have something on another page, will only export the page that's open. Now to export, let's say we go here on top to File, and we go to Export, and then over here you can navigate to where you want to export to. Then by Save as Type, if you click this, you can see you've got quite a variety of different formats you can export it as, but we'll just be covering the SVG. So then you will name your file, and then when you click save, it's just name this one, then I'll pop you up these options. Now first option we have here is resolution. This will be DPI, stands for dots per inch. So if your program is set to 72, you export it as 72, then when you import it, the scale will be exactly the same. But let's say you export it to 90, then when you, and your program set to 72, then when you import it to 90, the graphics will be bigger than what it was when you exported it. So if, let's say your, the other computer or whatever is using the default at 90, then you want to export yours at 90, so when he imports it, the graphics will stay the same resolution. And then I will show you now where you can set your DPI for your program so it's consistent. Then show registration marks. You can switch this on if you want to have registration marks on your actual document. Don't know if we can set it while we open. No, not yet, so I'll show you now. Then selection only. If this is selected, then it will only export what is selected. So if I've only got the head, it will only export that. And if we deselect this, then it will export everything on the page. So it's good to keep in mind. Then we also have design space compatible. So if you're exporting and they're using design space, rather select this on, because design space seems to have a few problems importing SVGs that came from VinylCut. And you click that on, and then you just say OK, and then it will export it to the file that you saved it as, or the destination. Now for registration marks, you can you first need to have a cutter enabled. So if we just quickly add a cutter here, we'll just add the generic. So now you're under, we can now, under here by the style, we can set the registration marks to print and cut, or print plus cut plus print. But then if you select that and then you export it, then you will actually get the registration marks as well when you export the SVG. So it's useful, like I say, if you're exporting to someone that is using another a different type of printer or something. And then Yeah, so then to locate the DPI, like I mentioned, we'll be going here on top to edit, and then you go to preferences. Then under SVG Dpi, you can set what your program's default is. So in a general rule of thumb, let's say you're going to be printing only and it's not for cutting, then the higher the DPI, the higher quality. So 72 will be a low quality, 300 will be very high quality. But when it comes to cutting, it's not quite the same. This is just the base size of the vector. So like I say, if someone's working in CorelDRAW and their default DPI set to 96, then make sure you export it as 96. That way when they import it, the graphics will be the same size as what you have it in your program. Anyways, that's the basics on exporting SVGs. And then if we just head you to the website, if you navigate to softwaretraining.co.za, you'll be able to find this video and more videos like this. We've got quite a variety of different programs we cover. And also we have search options if you're looking for something specific. If you run dry and you cannot find any videos that you're looking for, just request a training video and then we'll make that for you. Otherwise, thanks guys for watching and cheers.